The only question he asked me was, "Are you creative?" I resumed cutting till we closed at night. I'm still cutting. I don't think I can forget till tomorrow. He said, whenever you are in a place and you know that this person knows better than you do, never you say, "I can do it." Because every day is an opportunity to learn a new thing.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Dubai Diastories under Y.K.T.V. You know the vibes. My name is Y.K.T.V, a.k.a. Amaka, your self-proclaimed storyteller, here to educate, empower, and entertain through thought-provoking, inspiring, educational stories that just touch the heart and the soul for everybody who's living in the diaspora, who feels like they're alone, everybody who feels like probably they don't get full recognition and appreciation for their journey because it's not easy. We all know it's not easy. I am here for you. That is why we started this platform. This is a diary of diaspora stories, hence the name Dubai Diastories. And today in studio, I have my vibe controller. The king of our crowns is in Dubai. The one who paved the way for everybody else who's now doing it. The one, the only one. The superstar crown maker and stylist is here today. As in, I'm not going to explain too much. Oh, I don't want to talk too much. The evidence is there. It's simple. The one, the only, Mr. Kenny in the building.
The hype is hyping.
I've told you
But
here.
wait. The whole hype you just gave me now, like, man, people go first look me from here to say, now this small boy, and I ain't get all this.
Kenny, let me tell you, one of my goals on this show is to give people their flowers when they can smell them.
Thank you so much.
No be me go carry and bring somewhere else.
I claim and I receive them.
Amen. Kenny, you know where we start from? Remember back in the day, next thing I don't see you, no celebrity can come this Dubai and I don't see your hand on top of their head.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Let's take a moment.
About the celebrities part, I just feel like for the celebrities that got to know me either directly or indirectly, they were all still as a result of many other people like you, many other people like you that put us out there. Because from our own known people, most of them are back home. So it is only few individuals that got to know few celebrities posting us on their timelines, their status that made us who we are today. Do you understand? So,
and today we want to appreciate that journey.
Thank you so much.
So like I always say, we are starting from the ningi. Because to be honest, Kenny, before you are here, I've been here. This is actually my 16th year.
16th year? So
yes.
8 years older.
Thank you.
Mine is just 8 years plus now.
Good. Welcome. Once you cross double digits, now passport you are supposed to beg.
I tell you, but Dubai no send you.
Anyway, we thank God, Sha.
Yeah.
No vex. We are okay.
No, we thank God.
We thank God.
We are pushing.
Yes. And we are still growing and going.
Still growing.
Yes.
Y.K.T.V.
We move.
We go reach there.
Standard. So I want to start from the beginning because I feel like your own story, without even knowing the intricate details, just based on the fact that you're a man and considering that the work you do, I want to hear how it started, how you ended up here, and how we are now here. So let's start from anywhere where you're comfortable.
Okay.
I will just be interrupting you small with questions for the ginger.
Yeah, the thing is how the hairstyling started, right?
How you came here.
How I came here?
Yes.
Okay.
Why Dubai?
Oh, why Dubai? I'm just this kind of person, I don't really pressure myself over this is where I must be or this is where I want to be. Most of the time, I'm just a free person. Do you understand? Some people actually go extra miles just because they want to be there. Meanwhile, a lot of people are there, for example, they want to be a doctor, they want to be a lawyer. But it's not like God actually tells you you're actually going to be a lawyer. It's just your own personal perspective. Okay, maybe if I'm here, I'll do better. But forgetting that particular thing you're doing right there, you don't know, maybe that is what God has actually called you to do.
True.
Then back to my own story. I was in Nigeria up until 2015, before my sister.
Shout out.
Like, shout out to
Well, we cannot start because
FMG.
Ah.
You all know her as FMG, but
Standard.
her real name, make her gist on it today. Folake.
Folake with the vibes.
You know, so after my school, she was like, she started making preparation for me to join her here in 2015. Though a lot of ugly stories, people duping her over my own visa.
I can imagine.
But about 2 times, she actually made it the 3rd time.
Oh.
You know, so lo and behold, I came in September to be precise.
Just when it was cooling down small.
Yeah, so September.
It didn't shock you too much.
September, I think that was on the 10th of September, 2015.
So you just celebrated your anniversary.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Which anniversary? Birthday never reached that time, so. But at least few days to my birthday, like 10 days to my birthday. So I came into Dubai. She was already into like real estate, more like apartmental business.
She told us in our episode 3.
So then that was what I started with in 2015. So we did that up until even last 2 years though. But everything got messed up with COVID and all. So it was really a sad story though. Tough time. But in between, we got into hair. And funny enough, the hairstylist of everything wasn't my idea.
I just wanted to ask you, so what was like your first impression or reaction when she said, Kenny, I've been doing my own research and it'd be like, say, we go enter this hair business.
No, funny enough.
What did you think?
She was the only one doing the hair. Back then, if she's in the sitting room, maybe she may have actually talked about how she started. So if she's actually in the sitting room, battling with pictures, styling, I'm always in my room, like, waiting for something, like...
With hair.
Waiting for something, like... But funny enough, sometimes I tell people that ladies, they have foresight. Really. They really have foresight. My mom is a hairdresser. She actually wanted to teach me how to make hair while growing up. But you know this feeling of like, I'm a guy, why do I want to like... Back then, as a man, you see no future, you see no progress doing hair.
Correct.
So when then it's not like she actually sat me down teaching me, but she would like help me to lose my hair. While losing it, if I lose one line, I'll want to plait it back. But when I see guys, men, you know, all these village men, they're like, you are a guy, so what I do? I beg, leave your mama, let her to go do. So that actually discouraged me a lot.
I was actually going to ask you, was there some cultural backlash when they hear what you do? So I guess you've already answered that.
Yeah, no, even of recent, it still happened. So...
Are you sure? The money has not stopped their nonsense?
No, because you don't explain to those...
True, who don't understand.
Aside understanding or not, you don't need to explain though. You don't need to tell anybody because it's not everybody that will definitely understand or foresee either where you are going or where you are coming from. So you don't have to explain everything.
I'm so glad you said that. I saw a quote yesterday that said, everybody has a different perspective of you in their mind. In their mind. And it's not your business to come and correct it.
No, you can't. You try. How many people do you want to correct? Okay, now let's take, for example, on your social media handles, how many followers do you have? A lot of people believe what they want to believe about you based on 1 or 2 pictures or videos you've put out there with your own hands.
Correct.
And forgetting that social media is... you putting what you want them to know or to see about you, not actually what they want to know. Correct. So thousands of people are going to be judging you based on what they are saying on your own social media handle or based on what they've heard about you. But only a few of them that might actually got to know you in person that will have a different mindset that no. Oh, this person is completely different from what I used to see or what I used to believe about him or her. I
actually love that when people say that about me.
Do you understand? So
I do.
That's it. So back to the hairstyling. So my sister was actually in Nigeria sometimes around January/February.
Is that the time she came for the training?
Yeah, when she went for her own training. So when she now came back, she started the hair picture, styling, struggling. Sometimes she want to style a particular style. I'll just be looking at her like, I mean, do it you want to make come up for college. I won't go watch film or anything. But I was now planning for my own vacation that in 2018 as well.
Okay.
Around, I think her birthday is in October.
Yes.
So I just feel like after her birthday, then I'll go for my own vacation. So, of course, I was planning for like 30 days. Then she brought out the idea of hairstyling in the sense that she wanted to learn the styling so as to improve her previous understanding.
Got it.
But she could not travel because she just came from Nigeria and she didn't want to go again. She was not like, okay, since you are going to Nigeria, what can you do? Can you go and learn? Come back and teach me why you face your own apartmental business, why I face the hair. Do you understand? That was how...
So at least you have already built multiple streams of income. There's hair business and now there's real estate.
So now she was like, okay, if that's the case, since you were planning for 30 days, we should make it 45 days. So that maybe if you use 30 days to learn, you can use maybe 15 days to do other things to yourself, Like going to Nigeria, you want to...
Ginger small.
So, lo and behold, she was even the one that searched for... she was just searching for hairstylist in Nigeria. That is how reluctant I was because...
You're like,
concerning like...
True.
Make I just go do it, I want to come back. So she searched for a couple of people. She forwarded them to me and like, okay, check them out. Whom would you like to, learn from? So like the likes of Hair by Slim, I think Papi Hair Studio, and I think Pimp My Hair was among.
Pimp
and
My
there
Hair
was
is
this
still big.
other guy in Kano, Star by Remix or some or so. So she forwarded them to me. I went through it. I feel like I think I'm okay with Papi. Papi Hair Studio.
Okay.
My boss.
Hey, shout out Papi.
So on getting to Nigeria, I've like the first 15 days as planned. I traveled back home because my mom stays outside Lagos. So I traveled back home to visit.
You have to go and collect your blessing.
Normal. As it's supposed to be. I even
Yes,
told her that when I get back to Lagos, I'm going to be learning hairstyling. And she was like, hairstyling? What type of hairstyle? Is it braid or? I said no. Because
this was 2018.
Yeah, 2018. Yeah.
Wigs had just started being a big thing because
it was previously like braid,
sew in, and then with the leave out. Yes.
Sew in, leave out, and people were already doing frontal sewing as well.
Correct.
Or even closure.
Correct.
So, getting back to Lagos.
What happened? Don't shock me, Kenny. You. What happened?
Then, on getting to Papi, then he actually asked me a few questions. Like, he wasn't asking how far I have started or how good I am. The only question he asked me was, are you creative? Because, of course, he has been in the business. Because hairstyling is actually a craft.
It is.
It is a craft.
It is. Every head is a canvas.
Yeah, it's a craft. He was like, are you creative? Me, not serious.
Coconut head.
I just answered, sluggishly. I was like, yeah, I am. Of which truly I am. So, then he now went further to ask, can you style or what can you do? Instead of me, coming plain to tell him, I'm a novice, so
I don't know anything.
But I went ahead and told him, I cannot style, I cannot install, but when it comes to cutting, I'm very good at it. That part I shot myself.
In the foot, both of them.
Not just in the foot, in the chest. So he was like, are you sure? I said yes.
The first bob will be looking like a gege bread.
No, it didn't even start from there. Okay, so the first day, of course, he got me a mannequin, like the one with hair.
Yeah.
Because first you have to start with braid, like all back is a must. If you don't know if you are not confirmed good with your all back, you are not going to the next level,
For context,
stage.
all back is the cornrows under
First
the wig.
thing first.
That's
first
the
thing
foundation.
First. Like you must know how to do all back.
Okay.
So I started, I think I spent about 2 days with the cornrows. Then
I just
the
have
third
one
day,
question. Me, when I do the cornrows, why are my lines going to West Africa and I'm from East Africa?
because no, that is you trying to do it. That I've got a lot of people telling me I want to come and learn how to do it for myself, and I tell them I do on people. I have no better idea on how to teach you on doing it for yourself. Now let's take for a makeup.
That is actually wisdom.
Do you understand? Let's take for like makeup instance. You are a makeup artist.
Correct.
You do on people, you do on yourself.
True.
So if people come to you, you teaching them how to do it on themselves, you can use yourself as an example.
True.
For example, if I'm drawing this eyebrow with my right hand, when it gets to this, I need to tilt this, do this in order to get this side right. But me, this is a hairstyling. I don't do it on myself. I've always been doing it on people. So I have no better idea on how to put you through doing it on your own self.
So even you've brought up a very good point, because as a makeup artist, even when business is not going so well,
they use themselves.
I can do myself and post content.
Yeah,
but for
content.
You, if there's no customer, how are you going to create content?
My mannequin is there.
Sense will not kill you. Sense will not kill
my
you.
My mannequin is there.
Okay.
I got to realize that during the COVID. During COVID, so I did a lot with mannequins, posts, then at least just to keep myself busy.
True.
Yeah, so.
Okay, that's.
So from where I was coming from,
yes,
which is the. So after a few days of I think the third day, you know, the initial agreement or the initial purpose of me going to learn was for me to learn, come back and teach my sister.
Correct.
Not for me taking it as an occupation or whatever.
She set you up and you fell for the trap.
Do you understand?
You don't enter
on
one
getting
chance.
there the third day, I actually picked my phone and called my sister.
Okay.
I think I'm in love with what I'm saying. I would like to be doing it.
I got goosebumps.
Do you understand?
Oh, wow.
And all along, everybody in the house feels like
Jesus on the third day, your sense resurrected.
I'm just this kind of person that I don't just care. I'm just me. So when I said that, she felt like, I think this dude has finally want to lay his hand on something.
Question, let me interrupt. So before all this happened, of course you were coming to do the rentals the first time.
Yeah.
But what were you doing back in Nigeria?
In Nigeria, of course, Mom had several shops in Lagos Island. She sells fabrics. So after my school, of course, I rounded up in 2014. Then before my coming to Dubai, I've always been going to the shop.
So you were like helping her supervise, oversee, manage operations.
So
got it.
At least for that.
That's actually good. I like there's a beautiful correlation in your family of how the businesses are aligned. Like, first of all, you start with the head. If you want to now dress the body, we get fabric shop. Yeah, so we are just continuing to take over.
It has always been like business, but family related.
Nice.
Yeah, so because I've never worked under any company or organization.
You've never been employed, Kenny? You've never had arbab?
I've never had as low as 5,000 naira as salary before from anybody. From anybody or any organization. So even sometimes I do go to my uncle's office. I love driving. So they know as long as they give me car, coming to the office is not the problem. So
that's actually amazing. But did you know it from when you were young that you are not like a employment person, that you don't want to be employed?
No,
or it just
growing up, everybody, that's why I said earlier, growing up, we all have this mentality of, initially I wanted to be a banker. Then along the line, when I got to realize that, sorry to say, I'm not saying this to...
It's okay, say it now.
So, getting to know that bankers are only counting money, but they don't really have money.
Oh!
So...
I see no lie.
Not all of them do.
I see no lie.
But, yeah, so...
Can you imagine how it would be paining you?
Counting people's money, but at the end of the month, they give you token, you know.
Thank you for coming.
So they give you thank you for coming, you understand? Thank you for helping me to count my money.
Thank you.
So, and some people still get to the counter and talk shit at you. You can't even say anything back to them.
True.
Though it happens to like almost every other job out there.
But that one for banking, I felt you go pain.
So then I switched my career to engineer. That was why I was a science student. I was a science student. So But along the line, I didn't do anything with the science. But I'm a hair engineer now.
Hair engineer. I like that.
So you get back to Papi section. After a couple of days, after calling my sister, I fell in love. I actually want to learn. Then she gave me go ahead. Then, of course, remember Papi initially asked me, what am I good at? And I said, I'm good with cutting. Then after a couple of days, my sister was like, okay, she ordered frontal for me. She ordered wig cap. She ordered bundles, make the wigging, cut a specific style for me. So, as part of my learning process.
Training, true.
Then Papi was like, Chebi, you said you are good with cutting. They foolish me. I said, yes, again. That particular day, I resumed cutting. Till we closed at night, I'm still cutting. Even when we closed, Papi decided to stay back and watch me cutting. Everybody left. I was the only one in the shop with Papi struggling with cutting. The guy was just looking at me and be shaking. I think that particular day, I was out more like a laughing stock in the shop because
but you see now how it makes a beautiful story.
Actually many. As at the time I was learning, we were up to 18, 20 learning.
So he had a hair academy where he would train? Or
it's just a proper salon.
Okay.
So you come and see what is going on. And when it gets to a stage of you laying your hands on clients, he will definitely give you the opportunity to start laying hands on clients.
Got it.
There are many things he won't allow you to do.
Correct.
You can do every other thing, but he will never allow you to style for his clients.
Because that's his name on the line. Yeah.
If you want to practice on that, bring someone.
True.
And do it on him or her. He'll watch you do it. But you, on his clients,
impossible.
Is a no.
Got it.
So then that particular day, I started cutting, shaking. The guy would just go and style people and come back. Alpha, Sakeni. Because he used to call me Sakeni. Alpha, Sakeni, Ibolobade, how far? How far are you? I still look at him and said, I'm trying, sir. Meanwhile, I was internally crying for help, but I cannot voice it out because I claimed
I don't have the capacity.
I know how to do it. But I cannot come out straight and say, sir, I don't think I can. But that feeling of
it's
I can do it.
It's a man's ego. Let's say it like it is. It's normal. It's
at
okay.
the end of, I think we normally close at 7 or 8. When it was about 9 o'clock, he was like, Oga, I want to go home.
Please.
Pack that info for tomorrow, you continue. But the second day, I never continued though. Then he put me through. Then someone in the shop now said, and that is the part of me I don't think I can forget till tomorrow. He said, whenever you are in a place and you know that this person knows better than you do, never you say, I can do it. Because every day is an opportunity to learn a new thing.
Wisdom.
Do you get? So that came from one of his staffs. His name is Shegun. He said, never you say, I can do it. Just tell them, I can try, or I think I have an idea. But never you come out straight and say, I can do it. Because him doing it, you watching, you learn a lot.
A word is enough for the wise.
Do you understand? So I think ever since then, even sometimes when people send me styles like, can we do this? I said, yeah, I think we can. I think we can. Or we'll do we'll always do something. But most of the time, the result always comes out better than
what you expected. True.
But at least
the problem is always bigger in your head.
Do you understand?
True.
So from there, then of course I learned within 30 days. And from then till now.
What would you say? Of course, you've already told us the main lesson you learned. I like this quote that you've just dropped. But what was challenging in that particular point? Was that any given point where you felt like, I know they do again?
No. Now there's this. At that point, I don't think they've always, or they've been a point I feel like I can no longer continue. No. though, in as much as hairstyling wasn't my preferred
choice,
or even if I was asked, what would you like to learn or lay your hands on? Trust me, if you give me 10 slots to mention, I think I'll mention even 20 without mentioning hairstyling.
Wow.
Because like it
was far from your thought process.
In short, I think I'd have
far.
preferred saying I want to go and learn mechanic than
hairstyling.
Yeah. If I was asked, like, choose, I would have actually said,
True.
I want to go and learn mechanic.
I agree with you.
Hairstyling.
I agree. I wanted to be a journalist to read news.
Do you understand?
At that point, podcasting was not even a thing. So even if someone would have told
journalist is still
close, but for you
close,
it was
but
still
me
far.
It was way, way, way far.
Correct.
Do you understand? So then at a point, there've never been a point I feel like I can't, because for the fact that I've actually fell in love with the work, with the craft. So everything has always been an opportunity for me to learn better. Even there are customers that like way difficult to satisfy.
I know a couple.
Way, way, way difficult. No matter how you want to do it.
Sometimes some of my friends, I say, Yvette, send me a hairstyle. I just say, I know this girl has wahala. That's the time where I say,
sending me hairstyle is different from them bringing like edited pictures, edited wardrobes for you, and they tell you, I want to have it that way. Meanwhile, some are dark skin. They are bringing styles made on light skin.
Correct.
Then they want it that way as this person.
The way ombre gold will look on light skin is very different.
It's
how
different.
it look on dark skin. True.
A lot of people come with such and they feel like, no, if you can't do this, then... But there are some things that don't really
even Jesus Christ who died on the cross did not please everybody.
So
who is Kenny? Respectfully. I beg we move.
I thought we go there, okay.
Last.
Then I've actually encountered few people in terms of this work that they actually frustrated me like a whole lot. There was a particular time before I got my car, that particular day, this person made a booking. I reached out when I got close to her location. She wasn't responding or something. Then, of course, I was working with a private cab. So the guy needed to do other things.
Correct.
I know how I could have said, okay, leave me here and go. I don't know if this person is going to respond or not. I said, okay, let me go with you. If she responds, then you take me back to her place. Then from this person's location is Business Bay. Then the cab guy delivery location is Damak 2. Damak 2. Like Damak Hills 2.
I know. That's down,
it's
down,
very,
down.
very far.
I know.
So we've not gotten to where he wanted to deliver. Then this lady started calling. Like, where are you? I said, hold on. I'll get to you soon. This is what happened. Unfortunately, we almost had an accident. In the sense that he was on the Emirates road. Everyone, like if you drive, you know how far from the city Emirates road can be.
True.
So we eventually delivered what he wanted to deliver. Heading back to my own client or heading back to my own appointment, then we started hearing some strange sound from one of the back wheels. Not knowing that the whole boat has loosened from the wheel. So if it was on a very high speed, the tire could have actually
got off the wheel cap.
Yeah. Then he parked. On parking, we realized that the tire was already
wobbly, bent inside.
So like any moment from then, the thing could have actually, Then, lo and behold, I actually sent a video record to this customer and said, look, this is what I'm passing through right now. It might take me a bit more to get to you. The next thing, she actually swore for me and blocked me. She blocked me. So she sent that, she actually she typed that swear she cursed me properly. And then I felt really bad. Like, in a
And this
situation
is in
like
your
this,
early stages.
early stage, I think that was about 2020. 2020.
And this is like in the peak of the pandemic. So any job, you respect it and appreciate it with your flesh and blood.
Do you understand? Because the pandemic has really,
The people are inside.
So, but of course, people are not going out.
True.
So even those that are inside, if you have anything to do, is you know who is making money that will be willing to spend money.
Correct.
If you're not making money, spending money becomes
A problem.
A problem.
True.
So when she did that, she blocked me. I felt really bad. I called my sister because, of course, my sister has always been there. So I called her like, this is what just happened. My sister was like, just forget about her. Are you guys okay? I said, yeah, okay. Then called a recovery. They actually towed the car all the way from that side down to Ajman.
Oh.
You know, they had to tow the car to Ajman. And that, funny enough, these same clients eventually called me again, but with a different number. I didn't know. On now getting there, of course, the first time she booked me that incident happened, I've not seen her in person, so I really do not know who I was, going to meet. So when she now called again, she was even the one that told me that, do you know this happened? I said, if I had known you are the one,
I would have not come. Respectfully.
Really. But anyways,
we are here.
We have to do what we need to do. And lo and behold, she has been nice.
See how things transformed. We thank God.
But imagine, like, the impression she gave me that time,
True.
It actually weakens me a lot. Like, I felt really bad about it. But
being kind goes a long way.
Yeah.
A very long way. Like,
and
this is life. I normally tell people the most underrated blessing in this life is leaving your house in the morning and going back in the evening, safe and sound in one piece.
Yeah.
It's true.
And, one of the major risks we all take that we never know it is a risk, sleeping.
It's true.
Because waking up the next morning is
it's not guaranteed. It's true.
And at the end of the day, people feel like, I cannot take that risk. You are taking a bigger risk that you don't even know, which is the sleeping part of it.
I had a riddle. Let me ask you this one. What is that thing that is always coming but never arrives? Tomorrow.
Which is tomorrow. Tomorrow is not.
It's not guaranteed.
It's not guaranteed.
At all.
Even the next couple of hours, even the next minute is not guaranteed. Anything can happen.
It's true.
At all. Like, being on the road, I think I tend to appreciate living, waking up, going out, coming back more than before.
And on top of that, being able to do something that you love. Chasing your own dream, into a given extent being your own boss.
Because every now and then, accident happens.
It's true.
Like every blessed day on the road.
Correct. Let's go back to Papi. So now 30 days are over. You don't shake your hand.
Yeah, no, I did not shake my hand though. Okay, now for the period of that 30 days, I was just looking.
Okay, observing.
I never had the opportunity of laying or styling someone. So, but there's this belief that always comes with you looking. You look something to a certain point and you feel like, I can do it now. So that was the belief until I got to Dubai. That is when I actually face the reality
of the matter.
Like, bro, I think you just been looking, but like, it is now you're just about to start.
Now you're about to see.
Really, because while learning, I was just looking. But the privilege Papi gave me, he knew I had limited time. And he got to realize that I only lied to him I was a novice. I know how to do something. He got to know that.
So Papi. So you said that he would always make you feel like you're a bigger boy, but you knew that he's the boss.
He's the boss. Yeah. Till tomorrow.
He still has the feather on his cap.
You understand? So he's the boss. And again, from Papi, Papi he's a frontal slayer. He slays frontal like
mad. What lace?
Then I got to realize that frontal is becoming saturated. And it is still my sister that bring it to my notice, like, look, why don't you do bridal? So you cannot have FMG, which is Fola, behind you, around you, or in your circle, and probably get it wrong. Because up until today, she still send me styles on my. If you actually go to our Instagram chats, you'll see pium 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 pium
pium pium.
You'll never see typing.
Text.
No, you just see. She'll just forward a style. When I look at it, I said okay, because she's always there, looking for a better way to bring out this, bring the best out of you, because she knows. Okay, I'm a very busy person most of the time. So I don't really have time to explore the Instagram space. But she's always on the Instagram space. So when she bump into any style that she feels like you don't have something like this on your page,
why don't you consider this? True.
She'll send it to me and definitely try to recreate it. Either during the shoot section on a client or something, but like she's always there sending me updates.
Nice. Because I said the day you stop learning is the day you start to die.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, in every aspect of life.
It's true. I know so many hairdressers immediately sew in dyed. They've never been able to adopt frontal closure, never.
Another thing is, aside, when you feel... you become a fool when you feel like you've known it all.
Correct.
Do you understand?
Correct.
Because even Papi, as at the time I was learning, he was also learning from someone.
True. I always say this even to my friends.
Every boss has a boss.
Thank you.
So
at least you say it politely. I say there's always a bigger, badder, better bitch than you. Humble yourself.
Humble yourself, no matter how much or how good you are.
True.
So always. So like that particular thing he told me then in 2018, that do I know that he still learned? Even though he had about close to like 20 people learning under him. As at that point, he was also, when he gets home, he said he sleeps at 12. He always have like about 2 hours or 3 hours classes almost every day before he go to bed.
Oh, wow.
So that keeps him ahead of every other person. So we keep learning.
Cool. So I want to jump to the stage where you've come back now. Okay. And obviously we discussed that this was around the time where the real estate business was not doing so well.
Yeah.
Walk me through the day when you got your first client.
No, my first client actually, of course, from the very beginning, my sister is my major customer, promoter,
content creator,
everything. She's my first person that followed me on my Instagram handle. Aww. She's the one. First person to comment. She's the one. First person to like is her. So even the name Hair by Kenny, it has not changed since then.
True.
It has always been Hair by Kenny.
True.
So we actually sat together to come about that name. So she's been the genesis of everything.
So she was your first customer.
She's my first customer too. Then after then, my first outside job that I did was in Palm Jumeirah. But lo and behold, this customer never gave me slowly or politely. She actually bought the unit from my sister and it was a sew-on.
Okay.
And the unit was like a colored unit.
Okay.
On getting there, first of all, she started from the look of the hairs. She was like, "What is this? What? This is not what I ordered for. Look at the picture. How can this result to this?" In my head, I was like, the only thing I said, "Ma'am, I understand the fact that it is not looking like what you ordered, but can you just at least give me like an hour, 30 minutes or 2 hours to put this on your head and see the final look? If it still not give what you ordered, do not pay for the hair and do not pay for my service."
That is some level of confidence, my friend.
No, it was out of confidence, but at the same time, as a hairstylist, I could see the finished.
You have a vision that she cannot imagine.
The finished look, but she's not having it. She's only complaining based on what she can see at the moment.
True.
So she was like, okay, just if this did not come out well, I'm going to call the police for you.
Problem.
And I said, okay.
No problem.
Then we started. When we got to a point, she looked at the mirror and said, oh, really? This is coming out? Then I smiled. I smiled. Then when we rounded up, she messaged my sister like, oh, sorry, Fola, the way I sounded earlier. You know, I could not have seen or imagined the finished look. I was just complaining based on what I could see or something. And she was like, it's okay, madam.
Yeah.
No problem. Thank God you liked it.
Thank God.
And sometimes those kind of people makes me calmer. I'm a very calm person. I can be very, very playful. But like people like that makes me become extra calm. Calm and patient, because no matter how difficult you are, I'll deal with you. Though.
It's true. I keep telling people, as much as customer is king, the king is nobody if he has no one to rule.
Yes, no.
And the law is what governs the king and the kingdom. So, yeah, customer is king and everything. But sometimes they give you bus. You have to give them small boss to remind them there's a reason.
I don't.
No, exactly what you said there with conviction and confidence.
Yeah.
Allow me to do my job.
Yeah, let me just
If
at least
at
get
the
to a certain
end
level.
here-
If you don't like it,
Exactly.
then do not pay me. Do not pay for the hair. And
It's
do not pay
simple.
for my transportation.
It's simple.
I'll find my way
Any other
back.
person probably would have gotten into an altercation, they would have abused each other, or they would have panicked
Yeah.
and now even created that hair out of fear.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And fear is the enemy of progress.
Yeah. Yeah. That I know.
You see?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying I am glad you had the confidence and that you carry your chest and you said, Madam, allow me to do what I'm here to do.
Yeah. So
Cool.
and that was as far back as 2019.
Wow.
So it was still at early stage
Stages.
of my
Career.
very, very early. So it was, and when I started, it was funny. Sometimes in a week, one customer. Sometimes even in 2 weeks, one customer.
And now we have to book you 2 weeks in advance.
Yeah.
Levels don't change.
Thank God.
We thank God.
You know, we thank God for everything though,
thank
because
God
when
for
I look
growth.
back at how and where I started from, how everything started compared to where I am, even though I've not gotten to.
There's
but
still a
at
vision.
least- no. I can actually.
But Kenny, I really want to stop you there where I understand, because as we've said earlier on in the podcast, when you get to a point where you feel you have arrived, that's when your downfall begins. But I'll be very honest with you. I am, me and social media, 1+1. White on rice.
No,
you know
I'll
now.
not just be one, on be 11, 1.
So before you, I honestly had never heard of, number one, mobile hairstyling services. Number two, coming from a man. You
Yeah.
literally changed the game.
Yeah, that aspect, starting as a man in a society whereby it is not generally allowed.
Not generally allowed. Which salon
Do you
can you go
understand?
to? Especially for our
It was
community
the
here.
honest truth. One of my major fear when I started was the fear of me going to work for a lady and the lady now had to probably lie or try to cook up a story against me, because
True.
they all know it is
It's a risk.
a risk.
It's true.
So they can actually cook up anything
It's true.
and get you into a big trouble.
It's true. And for those who don't live in Dubai, let me give you context. When I turned 30, I cut my hair. For the first 3 years of having low cuts, they could only cut my hair on Fridays between 12 and 2:30 p.m.
Yeah.
Why? Because that's the time the barber shop is empty, because most people have gone to the mosque.
To the mosque to
So
pray.
that was the slot allocated for women. So now imagine as a man now trying to do for women. Do you understand? Are you guys getting the gender parity here?
Like it was really scary.
It is.
Even sometimes my sister would like, go, you can do it.
Yeah.
Go, you can do it. No
True.
problem. If anything, call me.
True, I can imagine.
My sister was like, even till today, this moment, as I'm here right now, if I should tell my sister, I call my sister and said, there is problem. Trust me, no matter how busy the road is, she will get here.
I know Fola very well.
She will get here.
They will launch flying taxi before flying taxi launch.
She will get here. She don't mind
true.
accumulating fine, speed
True.
fine,
True.
whatever it takes her to get here.
True.
She will get here.
True.
So she's my
Your rock.
like.
I love
no
that.
other. So it was really scary, but she played that even. There was this celebrity I styled.
I was going to come to the conversation of
Back
celebrities.
in was that 2020? I think 2020/2021.
Global celebrity or African celebrity?
Africa. And
Okay.
now she's global.
Now she's global. Okay.
So I think she purchased one unit,
Okay.
and the person actually got the unit from my sister.
Okay.
Then I think this is how she played the whole stuff. She'll buy the unit from my sister, then supply it to salons for display for a higher price. So then the celebrity went to the shop and purchased one of the units that she got from my sister. Then they now styled it for her in that salon. Mind you, the salon was in the mall. So I think guys actually male stylists work in
the mall. Yeah, there are
But
certain
of course,
people you
they
have to
actually
pay
use-
extra license.
They are actually used to like regular whites.
Yeah.
So they are not used to African hair at all. So they styled it for her, but she wasn't feeling the vibe.
You people don't get it.
Then the supplier now told them in the salon, I have someone that can do it better. Book an appointment with her for so day. I'll bring this person to come and correct it for her.
Okay.
On getting there, I waited. After like an hour, she arrived.
Okay.
With her husband. When I saw her, I was like, oh,
Hey!
this person. And as at that period, she was the talk of the town, like the talk, like major talk. So when I saw her, but there's this part of me like,
Was that a moment where you are like, Mama, I made it?
It was, but that never reflected both in my actions, my
Okay.
look, my utterances or whatever.
Correct.
I maintained calmness, like as much as I could. So
Let me be learning so that when my moment comes,
do you
I will
understand?
know.
So then I did the job. I corrected it. She liked it.
Okay.
I said, okay, now I can go. She said yes.
Yeah.
When I left, stepping out, my number one person to call was also my
Hey,
sister. I called my sister. I said, can you just guess who I styled now?
Who?
She said, who? I made mention. She was like, ooh,
Whoa.
go back and take a picture.
Picture.
I was like, no.
Can you even forget to take picture? But anyways, I understand. I get you. I totally. What was running in your mind at this point? Were you still, since it was in the early days of your career?
Yeah, I was.
So was
As at
it-
the time I worked for this person, I was having 200 plus followers. Not up to 300. So after that, she said, go back and take. I said, no, I'm done working and I've left. So going back, requesting for pictures sounds somehow.
Did you somewhat have small regrets that you didn't ask for a picture? Because
I never did.
You never did.
Because
In your
it's just-
mind, did you feel like, this is the first of many?
no, it wasn't first. The first celebrity I ever worked on was Sissy.
Oh, from Big Brother.
It was Sissy.
Oh,
Then
nice.
after Sissy, I've actually worked on a couple of other people.
You can
Then
drop a
before-
few memes. Let them know who you are. Please, I know we'll put his Instagram handle, but
Okay.
let's put some
So-
feathers in his cap.
Okay, so first was Sissy. After Sissy was Toyin Abraham.
I know Toyin Abraham.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
she's in
then-
Real Housewives of Lagos.
So Toyin. Then I think after Toyin, I also worked on Fetia Balogun. Then Fetia Balogun. I mean, like, then before this particular person in question.
Okay.
Anyways, let's come back to
the cocoa of the matter. Okay.
So then, I think she now wanted to do a photo shoot. This same celebrity wanted to do a photo shoot.
Okay.
Then she booked studio. Then I think she now told the studio, like the photographer, to get her a hairstylist.
Okay.
Then we get to meet again.
Oh. Aww. So this time you're already in the studio. Please tell me you asked for picture.
So, no, wait. Like
it's your gist now. It's your
solve.
gist.
Do you
Sorry.
understand?
No vex. Sorry.
So after on getting there, now then the photographer told my sister, this is the person we are coming to work on. Of course, my sister actually came with a few of her units if she might be interested.
Yeah.
She might be interested. So on getting there, I was already having it in my mind that when I get to this location, sure is this person, I'm actually going to ask her if I can be your personal hairstylist whenever you are in this region. But God has his own way of doing things.
He's the master planner now.
So on getting there, of course she arrived. We all got there before her. So when she now looked at me and like, your face looked familiar. I was not like, yeah, I'm the one that did this or there. Like so.
Was this after a long period of
time? No.
Okay.
That was, I think, within a week or two.
Okay, got it.
So she was not like, your face looked familiar. I said, yes. She said, I now explained. She said, yeah, now I get. Okay, take my phone, put your number. Whenever I need you, I will call you.
See God.
Whenever I need you, I will call you.
But you see, you already planted that seed in the universe. You silently asked it to God as a prayer. Like, this is my intention. But God said, let me do it for you.
Let me do it for you. Like, she said, put your WhatsApp number, put your calling number. Where's your social media handle? She followed me.
Oh, wow.
When she followed me, then after the shoot, she tagged. Funny enough, she never tagged the photographer. But she tagged only the hairstylist and the makeup artist.
Come on, give them.
I could not sleep.
Ego.
I could not sleep. My phone went off for like 10 minutes or 15 minutes. When I managed to charge and turn on the phone, my phone was vibrating. Within, from 200 and something followers, before the next morning, I was having like 1,500 plus followers.
What?
And they were not just following, they were following and
commenting and
requesting.
The best engagement ever.
The
best engagement ever. And up until
today, she's my highest paid till today.
I love this testimony. God of Kenny, I come before you.
Like, she's still my highest paid. Nobody
God of
don't
Kenny,
break her. She's still my highest paid till
receive
today.
the glory that is going around this room right now.
Like, she's really, really a blessing.
Hallelujah, nice.
And aside her, a few other people, like the likes of Tonto. Tonto just, people say a lot of negative things about people.
Like we said about social media.
If you don't know them in person, never you judge.
It's true.
And when Tonto was having her marital crisis and all, people were commenting a lot of negative, stuffs about her, most especially her, because she was the one always there talking.
True.
Her husband or her ex-husband never said anything.
True.
So people have always been there. Like, I never uttered a word. A word. Like, not at all. Now, let's now take, for example, to my own observation, she blocked a friend of mine due to negative comment on her page. Now, let's imagine the day she now wanted to follow me, she get to realize that she has blocked me. The question will be, what did you do? What made me to block you?
So imagine before she would have needed to use you as a stylist, you had already been commenting rubbish on her page. Now, so by the time she now comes to look for you, she says,
you. Now that she's supposed to be a blessing to you.
She realized you're one of her prisoners.
Do you understand? Now the question will be, what happened? Why did I block you? So what are you going to say?
You people, what Kenny has just said here, be very careful.
In as much as it is social media.
And it's gist.
It is your phone. People don't have control over your phone. You feel free to type whatever, but type with sense.
Type with sense.
And be very, very conscious of whatever you are putting out there for people to see. Even now, let me mention, Regina, when she was having her marriage controversies and all.
Yes.
It was during that period. She's my highest paid, like I said. I didn't want to make but now eventually I have to.
Very beautiful name.
Now,
very beautiful
let's
woman.
assume I had commented something
negative
about her when the rumor was all out.
Yeah.
And now she was to be a blessing
in your life.
Then she got to realize that I'm one of those. Because, see, no matter how much comments celebrities is having on their page, on their posts, there is this particular comment that they will never forget the name and the statement.
It's true.
No matter how much, even if they're having millions of comments, thousands of comments. I got to know that from E-Money. E-Money posted, people were saying, and someone said, may God bless you abundantly. And he single-handed, that was the only post he commented on. He said, thank you, send your account details.
Period.
So no matter how much the comments are,
true,
they take notes.
It's
Out
true.
of no time,
True.
from that little time they get to like
True.
flip through their comments, their posts, they pick
I agree.
some things.
Like for me, I'll tell you for free, some of the comments that really speak to my heart are the ones maybe someone comes and comments a statement we used in the podcast. So already I know this person has watched this episode. They are valuing what I'm doing and they're supporting me.
Do you understand?
It's their time. They could be doing anything else. But then now someone will now come and say under the Kenny post and say, type with sense.
Do you understand?
Learning thing I got from this
Do you understand?
podcast.
So,
It will touch you
like,
differently.
always type, no matter what. It is their life, it's not your life. So be mindful of what you put on their posts.
Correct. I agree.
Do you understand? So
True.
that has actually, is a great lesson I've learned from, and I don't think I can ever do such mistake. If I've not made such, and I don't think I can do it.
Thank you, Kenny. You've educated me because sometimes even
Sometimes
life
you
can
just feel
annoy
like
you.
Life can annoy you.
It's true.
But you just feel like this is a memes. You just
True.
want to.
Yeah,
this
add
is
rubbish.
funny. You just want. You
True.
yourself want to follow the trend and
True.
say rubbish.
True.
Trust me.
True.
Other people do it and go scot-free with it. Doesn't mean you are going to go scot-free with it.
Can I give you a funny story? One of my friends, she's cabin crew. She applied for a job they let her go during the pandemic. So there's this private jet company. She applied to be cabin crew for private jets. Okay. So when she went for the final interview, do you know these people did research on everything? They told her, we followed you even on Google reviews. Say you have about 15 Google reviews, different restaurants, different salon, different this and that. But why are all your reviews negative? You're trying to tell me there's nowhere you have gone in this Dubai and the service has been exceptional for you to leave a good review? Why is everything negative? We're working with high net worth individuals, prominent politicians, movers and shakers of society. Your attitude already is a red flag. And you know the worst part about the internet? It never forgets.
Never forgets.
Every time I'm doing a podcast here, people say, oh, Yvette, you should try and do this gist thing. You should try and comment on trending topics. I say, hey. I'm running my race at my pace. Me and my 200 people who are viewing my podcast, it's okay. Let me manage.
It's okay.
I'm okay. Everybody get their level.
But surely, you definitely get there. You don't have to trend with people's pains or whatever.
No. I normally say in 40 years when I have children, grandchildren, if they now put for me my video, will I still watch it with pride or will I be embarrassed?
Do you understand? So a lot of people even regret their actions on social media space.
Correct.
Because you don't know when this person now stands to help you. Now, like I said about Toto, she is very, 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 very kind. Very, very kind. The first day she got to meet me, when I got to the hotel, she was like, bring your box, let me help you.
Oh.
I was like, I never knew she was the one coming down to pick me.
Oh.
On getting there, she said, let me help you. I said, ma'am, no. She said, is it because, bring it, Joe.
Can you imagine?
And trust me, she has given me things I cannot afford to pay for. Not money.
I know.
But publicity.
I know. It's true.
There was a time she actually recommended me to someone. She told the person, give the person my number. Also call me to tell me I gave so person your number. I take her number and follow up.
Can you imagine?
This is someone that is in Nigeria. I am here years after. Years after. Not months, not weeks. Years after. But when she still hear that name, she knows. If she still have people requesting for hairstyling, she knows there's this boy somewhere who is doing this thing.
Correct.
relationship matters. It's never all about money.
True. I always tell my friends and everyone, do you want a transactional relationship, which you will use and abuse now, or a transformation, which is a seed?
Do you understand?
The day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruits.
Not at all. Not at all. Because even the day she called me, messaged me like this. I was not even I was not active. I was not online. So she saw the post. She recommended me and now bring the information to my own DM.
Can you imagine? Connected the dots.
Do you understand? So, and that is someone people even pay for.
I know.
They pay
True.
for her to.
True. Her post is money.
Do you understand? That
Yeah.
is someone doing it for me.
Correct.
Free of charge. Without my notice.
Zero
without my
expectation.
recommendation.
Imagine.
Without my recommendation. So, like.
Kenny, you've spit some
it's
gems. You've spit some
really,
gems.
and one of the most beautiful aspects of this job, this work, is it has taken me to, places, individuals I never ever imagined I was ever going to meet. A lot of individuals. I never, like when you say, I never imagined. I don't even know them.
Yeah, because sometimes like I go on Lesa Milan's page and I see Hair by Kenny and I'm like, isn't it amazing how like these are two different people, two different universes, and just look.
Okay, funny enough.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, like I said, Lisa, Caroline DXB.
Yes.
The honest truth is, when Caroline DXB messaged me, I never knew
who she was.
I only responded as like the way I respond
business.
Like business. She said, okay, I said, this is what I charge. This is. Okay, she said, okay, I'll get back to you when I need you. So lo and behold, like I said, my sister has always been there. So when she reached out to my sister or something, then my sister was now like, oh, my brother, this. When she now brought the information to me, I went back to my DM and noticed that me and this person has even chatted before.
Can you imagine?
Really? I said,
yeah. Imagine.
Do you understand? Even Lisa.
Same thing.
Lisa reached out. Still, I really do not know whom she was.
And that humility.
I just do me
it's
as
true.
me. It was actually when I got to Lisa's place, I got to know that she's a celebrity, actually having a program going on at that particular.
And she was
then
also
they were now seeking for my confirmation if I don't mind being
on the show.
I said,
like behind the scenes.
I beg.
Can you?
Are they here?
It gives me pride, Kenny.
Do you understand?
It gives me pride. I'm not gonna lie.
A lot of people.
That's
actually,
when I normally DM you. Kenny, we will not be able to afford you again. And say, Madam, relax.
No matter how big, I grow to be. There are people that started with me those days I used to charge 70 dirhams, 80 dirhams.
I remember.
And trust me, funny enough, or as funny as it may sound, those that started with me on the days of 100 dirhams, 70 dirhams, gradually to 150, 200, 250, up to this my current price.
Yeah.
They even, some of them still even give me more because we started together.
It's true. And they like to see you grow.
I'm progressing.
It's
we
true.
are all happy together. They are still there.
I love that, Kenny.
Do you understand?
I love that.
Like,
I like that. That's why every time I say this DJ Khalid quote, yesterday's price is not today's price. It's not bragging. It's not anything. It's because I'm investing in my craft. I'm getting better. I'm learning the trends. I'm constantly elevating myself to anticipate your needs before you even know them. How can yesterday's price be today's price?
Someone messaged me back then. I think she booked me. I think that was 2020 or 2021. Then she came back in late 2020 and now said, okay, I'll be needing you for so date. I said, my current price is this. She was like, why? This one is too much. I said, ma'am, I understand it might sound, but let's take, for example, if I'm working with a company for the past 2 years, even if the company is not willing to increase my salary, I think I would have requested.
It's true.
So you don't expect the amounts I charged you last 2 years to be the same as...
Correct.
And one thing people don't know about us, service provider, you are actually not paying for just that service I'm giving you. You are paying for the time I have invested You are paying for the products I have. You are paying for my energy, my sleepless nights, and you are actually paying for my IQ.
Correct. You forgot one more important part. Were you in the same house? Did you not travel? Did you not travel?
Do you understand? No, aside that, people feel like, in as much as they feel like it's not their duty, but at the same time, it is their duty.
No, I'm just saying that part is also important
but
because...
like, you're actually paying for my time, my money, my investments,
your creativity, your products,
everything. So like,
your fuel,
for a lot.
It's true.
A lot, more than you can imagine.
I can imagine.
So... True. That is what you are paying for, not just that hairstyling.
Exactly what has been done. No. There is a lot of behind the service
you are paying for that people really do not want to own up to.
True. So as we wind up, one thing that I love about this season, especially, I feel like there's a very big revolution happening in the hair industry right now. I remember way back when I had a bobo in my life, a boyfriend. He said, salon for 6 hours. Now men are putting all this dread on their head and everything. I say, hey, you too, salon for 6 hours. So now they've started to understand. Men are even spending longer.
Spend more time.
It's true, they're spending more time.
Dread takes...
Correct. Yeah. Have you ever had like a weird request of like maybe it's a man who wants to do like a toupee, or are you getting requests for this dreading, so on and so forth?
No, I do get requests for dreadlocks, but one thing about me is what I don't know how to do. I come out clean and plain. Like, no, I cannot, like, I don't know how to do it. And some people try to convince you, this is a very lucrative, so why don't
it's true, it's okay.
And I tell them, no, the hairstyling comes in about, I think, 3 to 4 batches. You have the braiding, you have the frontal installation, you have the bridal, and you have like the natural haircuts. So it comes in like 4 phases. And you as a hairstylist and probably really want to go far, if you are a braider, it is quite difficult for you to bring like frontal installation in because braiding takes time.
Correct.
Do you understand? Then if you are the one that specializes on the haircuts, it is quite difficult for you to bring in installation. But there's these two that likely works together, which is the installation and the bridal styling.
Got it.
Because if you are good with frontal installation and you are good with bridal styling, you are giving them 2-in-1 masters.
Correct.
Like, so
true.
So like, and it's just a case of either pick 1 or 2 out of the 4 and fix that too. Because let's take for example, I'm a braider. Now, where do I want to put braid? And braiding can take a whole day.
True.
But frontal installation, I can actually book up to like 3 to 4 people or even more in a day.
Correct.
But how
and even that braiding now, they can get it in a wig.
Yeah. That is how.
And install it as frontal.
So you are good to go.
Correct. So it's 3-in-1 actually.
It's 3-in-1. But about that weird requests.
Yeah.
I've actually installed on a guy.
Yeah, it's true. I also have one of my friends and he has long hair and unfortunately he's a cancer survivor. So he has that Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Because he just lost it here in the middle and his age also. So he's like, I'm not ready to go. Please, I'm a young man. Please.
Yeah, I do have that, and sometimes
the only thing now about that industry, as much as it's lucrative, they will never want you to post, so you can't even market it.
Yeah. No, that part is like you can't.
Yeah,
you can't. Even aside that, even fellow females, it's not everybody, it's not every work, every hair you style that they allow you to post, and
Correct.
that is why I do ask because I've actually posted a couple of videos, pictures. And the person slid into my DM and said, please, in a very, very polite way, like, hey, brother, please, can you put down that post?
Yes.
I don't like it.
It go pain you
it
that
time.
They
pay me.
The
one that pay
like
me
comments.
Say, the one where you post and it is really, gaining attention, engagement and everything. Like within a couple of hours, you are seeing up to like 50, 100 likes,
can you imagine?
20 comments,
Can
and the person now come to your DM and say,
pull it down.
I will. I have no choice because sometimes retaining the customers
it's true.
is
it's
more
the main
important,
business,
and keeping their privacy is really good. So I'll have no choice than to put it down. most of the time I do ask. Previously, I don't because I feel like if you could allow me to take a picture of you,
then you've given me consent to
post.
True.
So since I've experienced that up to like 2-3 times, I don't allow such to repeat itself any longer.
You learn.
I'll only ask, can I? Some of them will even say, oh, you can, but send me what you want to post. Let me see first.
Correct.
Then you forward it to them. When they approve it, then feel free to put it out.
The sweet one is the one without even asking, without saying anything, they're the ones who post you.
You say what?
The sweet one.
Yeah.
Is that without you even posting, without you even doing anything, they're the ones who post you.
No,
that one is sweet.
That is where the publicity comes from.
Correct.
Yeah, because when you post me, you have like more people on your own page that are not on
your
my own
people.
page.
True.
And the thing is, no matter how close we are, no matter how often you tag me or tag me, it is still not everybody that will notice me.
Correct.
It is not like everybody on your own or your followers that will still notice me.
Correct.
So I appreciate it more when my customers post me.
Speaking of collaboration and that publicity, we've obviously discussed that from the customer's perspective, but can we also address the importance of collaboration from service providers?
Yeah.
Because I see a lot of tag teaming with you and, for example, Flair by Winnie. Hi, Winnie, who was here a couple of weeks ago.
Winnie. Winnie. No, she's a G.
Correct, babe.
She's a G. Like, we've started way back. Like, I think since 2019 when she moved into Dubai.
Yeah.
So, like, we've started way back. And
I like the way Kenny are big.
I don't think this will sound funny to her because earlier, a lot of people actually believe or think or assume that
you are dating.
You are dating.
I can imagine. It's true. It's true. I won't lie. At some point, I thought maybe it was like a couple business. I'm not going to lie. Winnie, no vex, I beg, please.
No, of course, it's not strange to her because they will say it to her face.
Yeah.
They say it to her face. So a lot of people or most people feels like or assume that we were dating. Even I think to those that were still not sure if we're dating or not, I think when she actually gave birth, they were actually assuming or hoping to see, but Kenny. Lo and behold,
the real face came out.
The real father came out. You get it? So going to now in terms of collaboration, like I do a lot of collaboration with Winnie, but I don't really accept collaboration with everybody. You get it? Not everybody do, because the collaboration, it should be like, if collaboration most of the time doesn't come in 50-50, it is mostly 70-30.
Got it.
In the sense that it might likely to favor you more than me.
Because it's your client.
It might likely to favor me more
than
you.
True.
So it's 50-50. So it's not every collab that
makes
I
sense,
accept.
and I appreciate you saying that.
So not every.
Last one as we wind up, because if we continue talking, we are going to hit 3 hours. Okay. If there's someone out there who's just praying for when they open border officially, for them to come and try and jackpot, start their life here, and probably has, the talent, the Midas touch of the hand.
Okay.
If you were to give them some advice to encourage them, what would you say?
Like when it comes to in any part of the world, like my sister used to say, and I think it's a proper adage, like the sky is big enough for every bird to fly without touching each other. Do you understand?
Kenny, this wisdom, I need to be writing them down.
Do you understand? So it is really big. Everybody, no matter how small the city is, no matter how small, no matter how enclosed it can be, you don't have to spoil another person before you make it. So you can always survive no matter what. Do you understand? Okay, let's take for example, I'm a hairstylist and I live in this. Probably this is an office building. If I'm to service everybody in this building, I cannot.
It's true.
So Dubai is still very big for everybody to pave their ways, do your jobs without disturbing any other person. But one thing that is constant, always improve. Listen, I have actually learned a lot from my customers than I learned from my boss.
Continuous learning, continuous
Do you
improvement.
understand? I have actually learned from my customers than the ones I learned from my boss.
I can imagine.
I got the basics from my boss.
Foundation.
I got the foundation from my boss.
But the customer is a brick to the
continuous
house.
correction happens with my clients.
I like the way you said continuous correction.
You need to, because it is their satisfaction, not your own satisfaction. You are a service provider. No matter how, okay, let's take, for example, your unit. No matter how satisfying it is to me, if you are not satisfied, then it cannot work.
True.
It doesn't serve the purpose.
True.
You have to be satisfied. You have to be happy.
True.
And one of the most interesting part of this job that I like is when people say, God bless you.
Oh.
After service.
Oh.
And mind you, they pay you for that service. At the end of the day, some of them still tip you after
it's
service.
True.
But they'll still go on and say, God bless you. Kenny, you made my day. That I feel fulfilled. I feel satisfied. I feel like I'm on top of the world when I hear that statement. You know, when people pay you, they still tip you, and they'll still go ahead. I had clients that actually prayed for me. This wasn't a text.
No, literally.
Prayed for me. She prayed for me. It was her birthday. I styled her for like straight 3-4 days. On the last day, this woman actually stood on her knee and prayed for me, like on her leg, and prayed for me. She prayed for me. This wasn't just a regular Kenny, God bless you. She literally prayed for me. I had a video on my phone. If you still go to my page or something, I think after the prayer, she still went ahead to give write-up.
Oh, gosh.
So that alone makes me fall in love more with this work, because it's not everything you spend your money on that you willingly wanted to. Like, it's not everything you spend your money on that actually comes from your heart, or you feel happy, you feel good spending your money on. You get like...
It's true.
Yeah.
There are certain experiences you're like, I should have just stayed at home. I
Aside
wasted that money. True.
Like, for the fact that the kind of service I render, people still pray for me after my service to them.
Correct.
After taking their money.
Correct.
They still pray for me.
True.
It makes me feel fulfilled.
That is ultimate satisfaction.
Do you understand? Because, look, let's take, for example, may God forbid, someone pass on. You want to go and get a casket. And now, let's take, for example, then the casket seller will now say, let me give you discount when next you come. What would you say?
Jesus. Blood of Jesus.
Do you understand? Do you understand now?
I've understood.
So, at that point, you are forced to, even though you don't feel doing it, you are not happy doing it, but you have no other choice than to do it. Compared to me giving you service, you are willingly feel satisfied, get what you wanted, and now say God bless you.
Can you
after.
imagine?
So that part alone makes me want to go for that, because I appreciate, I love the fact that you make, like, it's just like you crowning that particular day up for them. And the moment you have your head done, your frontal or your closure, you have that looking pretty on your head. You feel like you're on another level entirely.
I've already told you, I don't know where I'm going after this, but I'm going somewhere.
You have to go somewhere.
So I have to.
You have to.
They have to see me now.
You get, like, they just want to. I've actually worked for a couple of people as late as 1 a.m.
I know.
After the installation, and they were like,
I'm going
Kenny,
out.
I cannot sleep.
I'm
going out. I have to be out this night.
It's true.
Not because they are night worker, but because they feel like I'm too good to remain in the house for
I'll
tonight.
tell you something to crown everything that you've just said right now. People will forget what you say, but they will never forget how you make them feel.
Yeah. That is the major reason I appreciate friendship, relationship more than even the service that I render. Yeah.
This episode has been A lot.
A lot.
It is stories that touch the heart. He did not only fix my crown, he fixed my sense. The quotes that have come from this episode. I don't know, maybe I will start right up on my Instagram. Say, Kenny once said, that's how we are going to be moving from here.
Like
Kenny, thank you so much. You know, sometimes I normally see, as you have just said it yourself, there is more than lies beyond what we show on social media. And today you have lived true to your name, the king of our crowns in Dubai. The king of our crowns has come here to ensure that we carry them straight with sense inside and the glory of the beauty. Thank you so much, Kenny. Thank you. I appreciate you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, everyone. I hope that you've learned something from this episode. As soon as immediately when you watch this episode, go on my Instagram. I will have tagged Kenny, would have collaborated.
One second. Now, there's this part I really need to address. I've actually noticed that a lot of people that buy wigs, they go ahead and be fighting the hairstyle over probably the look, or it is not looking as you displayed on your page or something. Please, can you let the hairstylers to at least enjoy that little change that they are making off the wig? Because, let's take for example, before a hairstyler put out a unit, they will have to style it to a certain extent.
Correct.
To make it look attractive, presentable, to the public. And now you buying. Trust me, most of them try to probably customize it to look, if not exact, but at least to make it look close to what you order. When it gets to you, try as much as you can to get a stylist of your own choice.
Yes.
To fix it up for you. Some people buy frontal and said, can you cut the excess lace for me before sending? No,
I don't know your head.
Madam, no, it doesn't work that way. No matter how they want to cut it, it can never give you that look.
Correct.
Always get a stylist. And if you are the blessed type that can actually install by themselves,
DIY.
go ahead and do the justice.
True.
I beg.
Those ones will never even complain.
Do you understand?
Because they know.
Like getting a unit and expect it to look like the way it is. These people put up money, put up time, like they pay makeup, they pay stylist, they pay photographer, just for
lighting.
Do you understand?
It's
just
true.
To make it look presentable, attractive to you. And you want to have it you want to buy the wig and just put it on your head and look automatically. No.
It will not work that way.
Please.
Even you as this customer, your own hair, is it every style that you did with your own hair you liked? Let's be honest.
So,
let's be honest.
And buying a wig, these days, wig is such a luxury.
Yeah.
Wig is a luxury.
I don't think it's a luxury anymore. It's a necessity.
It is a necessity, but it is a luxury.
True.
Because, for example, you cannot... Wigs can be as expensive as maybe like equivalent of 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 dirhams. Or even
dollars. More. I've seen $4, true.
Now, taking that to Naira, you cannot buy a unit of 800K, 1 million. And now, to bring out maybe like equivalent of 50K or 100K to style it will not be a problem.
It's true. 100 dirham.
Do you understand? And styling is not as the same as maintenance. Styling is not as the same as maintenance. Having a paddle brush in your home can save you a lot. I mean paddle brush. Google it, paddle brush. And that helps. Let's take, for example, in this our own region, the weather is so hot right now. You sweat at every 2-3 minutes out there, you're already sweating like someone that has spent the whole day outside.
True.
And trust me, this unit, they are hair, not metals. It tangles, most especially this backside here.
True.
Before you dump it, yank it off your head and dump it on the couch, in the cupboard, wherever you want to put it. Just with a minute or 2 minutes, get your paddle brush. And just try to brush, especially this backside. That one is very high maintenance, so that costs you nothing. Just 2 minutes or a minute safe. Just brush, especially this backside. Be it coily, be it straight, whichever. Just this backside. Brush it. It is very, very important. And please learn to keep your units intact. I beg. Get some unit you say if you wash it like this. Gigi.
And to be honest, if you cannot do it, send it back
Send
to
it
FMG.
send it to
There's
the
something
right
called
source.
wig revamping.
Do you
Yes.
understand? If you cannot do it yourself, revamping
This
is
my
not
own
meant for
unit is
everybody.
revamped now.
It's not
now
meant
it's
for
looking
everybody.
brand
Revamping
new.
is not meant for everybody.
It's true.
Get a trusted
The same
source
way if it was your natural
and get
hair,
your
you
wig
will buy
revamped.
treatment,
Do
you will buy
understand?
relaxer, you buy hair oil, you buy dryer, you buy this. Maintain it.
You wear wig for straight 2-3 weeks. Months, 2-3 months. You know brush, you know comb,
You know wash.
do anything, you know wash, you know spray, nothing. And you now go back to the hairstyle page and say the wig you sold to me is a fake. My sister, it is not fake. It is maintenance.
It's God that
you
will
need.
use sense to
It's
judge you.
maintenance that you need. Learn how to keep your unit neat and intact.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Kenny. Once again, I appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
I
for
wanted
having
to say
me.
one last thing. This episode has been full of gems, wisdom, sense. I like that he buttressed the last point for maintenance. So as you watch this episode, if there's anything that has touched your heart, touched your mind, please feel free and engage with us on Instagram. I am going to collaborate with Kenny just to showcase what we discussed, snippets and bits of it. Comment on what you listened and let us know what
and if
sense.
there's anything you feel like you needed to or you wanted to hear that you didn't hear,
ask. It is the person who asks that gets answered.
Definitely.
A closed mouth does not get fed. So please.
A closed mouth is a closed destiny.
A closed mouth
is a closed destiny.
Until next time when I come your way, I'm Y.K.T.V and this is
Hair by Kenny.
See you. Bye-bye. The episode has episode dates.